With Liam Lawson being the fourth driver that Red Bull has hired for that second seat, seeing him struggle and suffer in the opening rounds of the 2025 season has made one thing very clear. That is, the Red Bull car is one of the most difficult car to drive on the grid. But Verstappen is still somehow pulling solid results from it. How is it possible? Is the Verstappen myth real? Verstappen myth. Well, everyone watching Formula 1 would be aware of the theory that the Red Bull car is built around Max Verstappen. Well, is that true? Seeing every other driver on that second seat suffer makes us wonder if there's any truth to it. Well, I think the theory is partially true. The car is not built for Max, but because Max is the only driver to push the car to its limits, the team sees the potential to improve by taking in his feedbacks. So, when you take in his feedbacks, when you inject that into the car's development, the car will automatically handle and work more in favor of what Max Verstappen needs. So, the car is not built for Max, but it kind of is. Verstappen likes a car that can roll into a slow speed corner without understeering, and he can live with a car that has a very lively backhand. This makes the Red Bull car pointy on the nose and really oversteery through the corners. This takes a very unique driving style for drivers to cope with and extract its maximum performance potential. Risky strategy. This strategy from Red Bull is a very risky one and something that could backfire on them very easily if Max Verstappen decides to leave them. See, the team has learned to build a car a certain way, and it would take them at least a couple of months, if not years, to relapse from it to learn a new way to build a car. But as long as Red Bull has Max Verstappen, this strategy will pay dividends, as there's no driver on the grid quite like Max who can extract performance from a car like this. And given the right car, Max Verstappen will be unstoppable like how we saw in 2023. But this puts Red Bull on a massive disadvantage, as they always are under pressure to build a dominant car like how they did in 2022 and in 2023 to stay competitive to secure the Constructors' crown, because the second driver will always be struggling. And if Max Verstappen decides to leave the team, then the team is screwed, because there's no driver who can create the magic with the Red Bull car like how Max does. So the team will be sent back to the midfield. The Red Bull problem. This aggressive hunt for performance is a massive Red Bull problem, because they will never find a driver like Max to cope with it for the second seat, because Max Verstappen is a generational talent and it's not often that you run into a driver like him. Seeing every driver put into that second seat struggle and suffer makes that second seat look extremely threatening and as an unattractive offer in the sport, no matter how good the team performs. So, is Liam Lawson the problem? Well, probably, but I think this is more of a Red Bull problem than anything. Until the team decides to change the car's concept to make it more diverse and usable for both the drivers, the team will continue to struggle to be a two-horse team. So yeah, these are my thoughts and opinion on Red Bull's current situation with the second seat, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Forum if you haven't already. And let me know down in the comments on what are your thoughts on all of this. I'm curious to know. With that being said, until next time, it's me, Vinesh from Forum, and I'm out. Peace.